great. So you're still golfing up there?
Yeah. So today was it was cold today. It was high of 44 when we teed off, and the temperature kept dropping. 15-mile-an-hour wind with a little bit of a light rain here and there.
Oh my goodness, that's intense.
So it was like, it was supposed to be nicer, and then it's kept getting worse and worse as the day went on. But better than sitting at home.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to get them in while you can, especially this time of year.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hey, this might be our last round of the year. So I still, even in those conditions, I still shot a 79 today.
Get out of here. That's awesome.
Yeah, but yesterday I was on point yesterday.
So you said a little bit of the aim. So that was your best round, right? Ever, you said?
Yeah, that was my best round ever at that course. But prior to that, I've never shot under par there ever.
Yeah.
That actually the first time I think I've shot an under par, if I'm not mistaken.
Anything new or anything change?
No, it's just, I think just getting a better feel of that. I certainly know, like in the beginning around yesterday, I started doing this.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, stay down, keep my chest, like the buttons you just said, pointing down, and just those few things, and just try to swing from the inside.
Yeah.
When I hit it good, I hit it good. When I didn't. But I hit a lot of really good shots yesterday.
Yeah. What do you think made it add up, to what it did? Was it that you felt like you hit more greens, or you just didn't really get out of position, or?
Both. Didn't get out of position too bad off the tee, but I was hitting a lot of greens.
Okay.
And the approach shots at the greens were like, there were lasers, right? Where I was hitting my target line. I think that was the key.
Yeah.
So when I would did what, so I would line up behind my ball, I would use my club like this.
Yeah.
And then I would try to pick a spot and just focus on that spot as I would line up.
Perfect.
And then just swing.
Yeah.
So I've always stood behind the ball and looked.
Yeah.
But then I never really picked the spot on the ground.
Huge. That's huge. That's a big reminder.
Yeah, and it helped. Like I said, I hit shots where like, hey, that's where I was aiming. That's where it went. That's where I was aiming. That's where it went. I pulled some here and there, and I pushed some here and there, but nothing bad.
Right. It's super interesting. Let's see that again.
Hopefully in a good way.
In a good way, yeah. Way different. Can you move the camera just a little more to my left?
This way?
Yeah, just a little bit. I think that's going to be good now.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. You want to walk me through your swing focuses right now?
So, so this is exactly kind of when I'm out in the course. Be back a little bit on my heels, so I'm going in,
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
on the right heel.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to overthink that hit move because sometimes I feel like I do this and I get stuck way behind.
Right.
So I try to get my weight getting towards the left heel.
Yeah, perfect.
Trying to stay down on that left heel.
I love it.
And that's really what I've noticed the difference was, and this is something we talked on a while ago, is if I can stay back on my heels a little bit, I know I'm not going to fall forward.
Yeah, because we know your pattern, right? Even in the backswing, the old pattern was you'd go in right away and then you'd run out of space. Yeah. Like this first one's pretty cool because, like, if you watch the front of your head now, I mean, cool for a lot of reasons, but especially if you watch the front of your head, watch this. Look at that backswing now.
Yeah, it just stays there.
Yeah, it's not moving, which is so big, for I would say overall, consistency. You're not moving across, the sweet spot's not moving sort of this way anymore. It's sort of, you're staying in a better spot, which should be easier to match it up.
Right. And the last thing I'll keep thinking about is that I know that if I get here, if I open up my chest, that's bad. So making sure I stay. And I think that's all how I load my right side. If I don't load my right side properly, then I can stand straight up out of it.
That's right. And then that leads to that club position at the top, right? So it's just, it's a full backswing still. And the club not, because when you stand up, right, the club started getting a bit laid off at the top. where now you're down, and that was, I think, this is the first time I think ever that the first swing was like that. You know, like we usually get it to that point, but this is the first time ever it started just like that. So that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's helpful. I just played 18 holes.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's super helpful.
And that's the thing. Like I feel it. I wish the season wasn't over because now I can feel it more and more as I'm out there.
Yeah.
Playing, and it makes sense because I felt like I used to hit a lot of really good shots in the lesson, and then I go out on the course and I'm hitting decent, but I'm not hitting like these little laser beams.
Lasers, yeah.
My feet aimed like this, but my shoulders were at the target.
Yes.
He goes, so he's like, you're gonna pull it. He goes, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? Because you're aimed all the way over there.
That's so helpful.
Because here I have the line of the net.
Yeah, for sure. Small pull, maybe? Oh, pretty good, yeah.
And that's really kind of the shots of like, some have been nice little push draws that go out and come back in. Some of them have been just dead laser beams, and some of them just a little bit of a pull. That's
nice. Good dispersion pattern. Give me two, and then I'll check the front. Wow.
That was a little bit of a pull. And
I
think that's my hands probably coming down the line instead of coming.
Potentially, yeah, potentially. Or it's,
Or my hips.
Yeah, I would say hips maybe in and then a little active in the release with the hands, but maybe. Let's see two more, and then I'll go face on. Same shot? Oh, no, a little bit more of a push. Nice.
But that's coming back, so.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, every time I came out here a lot over the past week and hit a lot of balls.
Awesome.
I feel like I can feel my body position better than I have ever before.
Great.
I can tell when I'm coming in. I can tell when I'm getting upright. All right, you still want to see down the line?
Yeah, one more, and then I'll go to the front.
Trying to come back. There's a little bit of a push.
What's the handicap at now, or is it still the same?
It's still the same because it's off season in upstate New York. You can't.
Oh, right. You can't put grounds in.
I'm glad because I don't want it to go any lower.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the last one's just a little bit on top here in that first move down. So like the club, like versus the first one was a little more in. This one is, I would say, good there.
Right.
And then you see the first move just getting a little tiny bit on top.
Yeah, coming right down the line, almost on top of the line.
Yeah, and then obviously hips are pushed back, and then they drove in just a little. But, I mean, there's lots of good still in that.
All right, now.
Yeah, space, good, perfect. It just cut it in. You can sort of reference the line here off your lead ear. So like when you're going back.
Yeah, really don't move too much at all.
No, and it's nice because it doesn't look like you're tilted there either, It's a nice load up. Like that's pretty awesome. Let's see the impact. Yeah, good. Lots of good now. I like that. Couple more, and then I'll check to see if it changed anything from down the line that backswing is just a little less movement. Feel okay when you do it?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels forced. It feels, I don't know how to say it. Like I'm staying in the box a little bit better.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, a little less calculating. It's sort of like you're there. Different. What's that? Oh, it doesn't get the ball flight, right? With the
no. I almost bought a GC quad, almost, but I resisted.
Wow, that would have been a heck of a purchase.
Yeah, it's on my mind. I'm like, no, maybe, no, maybe.
That's real deal when you get into that territory.
Yeah, that's good. And, it's funny. So I reread all the reviews, and it says the same thing as far as number data. It's the SkyTrack holds up to what the GC does, but the GC wants. I would get the one with the club head data.
Yes, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I know my buddies from TXG, they did a review on the quad versus the SkyTrack. Just like, did you see that one, that video, or no?
I don't think I saw that. There's a whole bunch out there. What do they say?
I think I saw Matt said he felt like I think the spin and the carry numbers were a little high, like for what he thought.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I just saw a bit of it because I had another guy that was asking sort of the same types of questions. So it's a good one. If you, I think they had a pretty thorough review of it.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I'm torn.
Yes. Backswing was a little different. They're interesting. Okay, give me that one more time.
Oh, okay. I don't think I won 196 yards.
Smashed. What's the number of 7-iron outside? What's it go?
I usually place like a smooth 175, 180 club.
Okay.
And that's, I think, I've noticed that. Like today, I was playing it. It was 163-yard par three. Winds coming in off the right, and I flew it 10 yards past the flag on the laser.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go further the more I keep working this out.
Yes, yeah, for sure. And it was flight was good.
Yeah, no, it's just just like this. It's just like that shot right there. Is that actually better?
Let me see. I missed that last one. I want to see one more. Funny, the starting backswing was a little bit better. This one's still a little this way, like just a little bit.
Okay.
So it's interesting. Yeah. So let's see. I just wonder if it's affecting how. Show me one where you feel like you go a little bit more over the right leg with the same feel.
Okay.
I just want to see if it changes it or not. Wow. It did. Obviously, that one was on top on the way down, but the backswing was quite a bit different. Did it feel like you moved a lot on that one or no?
It felt like I moved a little bit more, yeah.
Okay. Let's see it again.
Because I got to get the chest over without my head going over.
I think so. That would be ideal. It was good. Sweet spot got a touch out on the way down, but the backswing was superb.
It's funny that my body compensated by getting over top the right leg by.
Yeah, it's one of those things we see it a lot, like on 3D, where if you take out, so say I take out forward, if I don't really want to rotate and stay centered, sometimes it will just sub in another move. So instead of forward, now you start to go this way. So instead of like actual true rotation where you're staying a bit more centered, because it challenges a couple different muscles and stuff like that just differently.
Right.
Your brain's probably just figuring out, oh, what's the easiest way for me to go there, you know?
Without going forward is to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like it was a better plane.
Yeah, it was. It was the end move was maybe a little bit too long. So like the sweet spot here was a little bit behind your hip at this halfway back point. It's sort of hard to see, but if I go from the start, you'll sort of see that where the sweet spot goes. See how it wants to get a little bit behind? And, and then go up. So it's sort of that direction versus right there. It should start going up there. So it was good. It just was a little bit too much in, and then that affected the club position at the top. But I felt like the rotations there were awesome. Still a little bit more work than we need to me. Let's see it again.
Yeah, felt like I worked hard on that one.
Yeah, you did.
Slow down a little bit.
Yeah, in and up. Draw over that marker. That was different. Still would like it. I would still like to tighten it up still even a little bit more. Let's see one where you go, show me a dress like normal. And let's just lift the club up in front of your nose, like in front of your chin, like arms up. Yeah, a little higher. Now just turn to the top. Does that feel different than normal or the same?
That's a good question. It feels like I do when I have a balanced swing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool, that's a good spot.
Yeah, it's just a good way to do it because it manages your bends really well. Yeah. And it sort of, it gets to a good spot really quick when you do that one. Yeah.
And my chest is okay?
Yeah, chest is good. Doesn't look overextended at all. Yeah.
Because I think maybe I'm so afraid of doing this that I'm trying to do this instead.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen one where it's too much down. Obviously, we said too much sort of head sway, but I haven't seen one where it looks like you're too much down. It still looks like you get enough. Perfect there. Yeah, that was my favorite swing of the day by far. It was just the combination of hand and arm lift and hand movement with the turn was just a little, like to me, it felt like you had, I don't know, just like 50% less work for a really nice movement. Let's do that one more time. I think the club and arm position moved more in sync with your body move on that last one, if that makes sense. Yeah. If that's the swing we can bottle, it's going to be the dream because that is just so different from like, watch how simple the backswing is. I do think it's the hand and arm is more synced up. So club's in a better spot. I don't think you've overturned or overworked, right? You see how simple that was? Boom.
Yeah, it reminds me of that video Tiger you showed me how this.
I know. Yeah, in and then straight up into a good spot, and then you go down from there. And now the club is, you know, trailing more. Not overdone. It could still be a little more, but it's in a better spot, and we could just keep pushing it.
Okay.
But that one I loved.
So I got a little disconnected between, I would do this, I would let my body move with my hands, basically.
Yeah, it just looked like you were working a little harder, and then when we did the arm lift, it just, you sort of went from there back to a dress, and then you did it again, and it just looked like it started to sync you up a bit more. One more time, lift the arms a little higher in the rep. There you go, good. Now turn it. There you go, that's it. It's just an easy way to get the right arm lift with the right bends. Perfect. Wow, that's insane how simple that is. Okay, can I see that from the front? I would be curious.
I think last lesson I wasn't going in long enough. So if I remember correctly, so I started really making sure I came in, but I think I wasn't moving my body, right? I was just doing this.
Exactly.
So I just kind of got to do this, and then up.
And up, yeah.
Good camera angle? I didn't check.
No, you're good. Yeah, perfect.
How many lessons today for you?
You know what? I had to slow it down. I'm only doing 2.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I was what? Like me, you're burnt out.
I know. I did I think 11 online between or 12 between Thursday and Friday. So I was like, and then plus doing some outdoor ones, and then the kids in the program. So I was done. So I took yesterday off, and then today, like I had more people that wanted to book this afternoon. I was like, no, I'm gonna take Sunday like afternoon off. So it was good.
Sure.
I washed the cars, vacuumed them with the kids. So that was good. Good way to start the day.
Nice. That is nice. I'm not watching any car today. It's too cold.
Yeah. What a different swing. Oh my goodness.
So I'm just thinking about when I'm going in is letting my body move with the in move.
Yeah, and it's funny because it just looks like, so to me, this amount of head movement, if I put the ear right against the thing.
Uh-huh.
So like I'm okay. The way I look at it, I say, okay, you move about half a head. You see that? So
okay.
You moved about half a head, and that, for most people, is fine. Some people, if you have like really good like range sort of through your thoracic and cervical spine and then your shoulders, you can stay almost centered. But most people, when they try to stay centered, they'll start doing this,
Which I used to do.
Which you used to do, right? So now you're I think in a safer move for a lot of reasons. And then it just looks like it's easy to get out of that on the way down. Like that part right there is so good. Okay. Can you do the arm lift one, just a demo, just so I can get that? Higher, sorry, one more time, just a little higher arm lift first. Good. But it's so good, that top. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
See how simple it, like, I think that's an interesting thing, because I think maybe what was happening was you would go first move, and then instead of just letting the arms come up, sometimes you try to turn a lot to get them to the top. But when you do this and you turn, it's just the right amount of arms, because you want some arm lift. Some people have
right.
too, some have too little. I think you might have had too little with a little bit extra back work, and then that's how it sometimes would change positions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Instead of letting my body rotate and move, I was just lifting.
Yeah, well, I think you were lifting your chest versus letting your arms lift and keeping your chest down.
Right.
Right? Do that one more time. Because that is a joke. Just froze. One more.
Here. Oh.
There you go back. Yeah. Good. Great. And you can do it one more time when you do the lift. Almost get the hands in front of like almost right in front of your neck when you do it.
So.
There you go. Yeah. Perfect. More stretch or just different?
Just different. I think getting to because like I said, I really think I was doing this without moving my body.
Right.
I feel like I'm moving my body with my hands.
Right. And this time do that drill, go to the top, come back to address, and then try to match it. Good. And then to address, and then no arm lift, just normal back, and see if you can match that back. Perfect. That's it. Awesome.
Yeah, I think you meant when you said you're syncing up your hands and your body.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I was doing this before instead of.
Perfect. Yeah, that looks great. Can I see that down the line now? Now that I wanted to confirm that the movement was as good as it looked, and it is. And also, like, this is also super interesting. So watch your head when you do this drill. So watch your head versus the lead edge of your screen.
It just barely moves.
Yeah, it's like maybe 2 balls, right?
Right.
And it's 2 balls without overwork in the back to me. There's maybe a little bit of overwork, but pretty good. So interesting.
Got a good angle there?
Yeah, I think so. Once you're in there, I'll know for sure. Yeah, it's fine. 2 more of those. Unbelievable how good that was. Simpler?
Simpler. Yeah, even simpler than it was before.
I know.
It was pretty simple before, but I don't feel like I'm getting here. Like sometimes I feel like I go here and then I stop and then I'm like, all right, now I got to go up like this.
Awesome. Hammered. Man, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm super excited about Texas.
What was that?
Very excited about Texas for sure.
Oh my goodness. I know Josh is pumped too. What's the place called again?
Artisan Golf?
Right. So you're doing wedges there, right?
Yeah, just going to do a wedge fitting. We have the whole day. So.
Oh, good. Whole day of wedges. Wow, it's so fun.
That's like a lot of work.
One day I'll have as much fun as you guys have. The simplest swing I've ever seen you make, right there.
It did. I didn't feel like I had anything extra in that at all. It was just
nothing extra.
Loaded and then fired.
So good. I know it started right, but man, it was good.
I told Josh you're like a human TrackMan. You know what the ball's going to do before I hit it.
I've seen so many. It's like sort of ridiculous on the TrackMan, and it's it's one of those things. I mean, typically if the camera's in the right spot, I got a pretty good sense of what's going on. That was a joke. How good that was, backswing wise. Little longer, little extra motion, but still, it would have been one of those ones like if I watched you hit that all day, what am I going to say, you know? It was great, just a little bit more work.
Okay.
Club head speed jumped, it looked like. Because that's club head speed, right, on the right?
Yeah, club speed's on the right.
And it's is that ball speed 119?
Yeah, that's the ball speed. That's what it measures and it guesses on the club head speed.
Yeah, I bet your ball speed would be higher than that, though, to me. Would be my guess.
Playing Joey Sindelar's son, Jamie Sindelar, yesterday.
Yeah.
They're one of the holes because you have any drug tested in the pro shop? He was playing from the bags, and I was just smoking him. They're like, he was like, this is ridiculous. I said, that's why Josh always makes me play back over because I can see why.
Yeah, that's great. So that one had it didn't have quite the same combo arm and body motion there.
I separated the two.
Yeah, it's let's see that arm lift drill again, and we're just trying to get the sense of the body not overworking and the arms doing the right amount. Yeah, there, turn, perfect. One more. Good, yeah. And do it one more time. Go to lift it up. Sorry, I was gonna say do the arm lift one more time and have the club point a bit more to the sky. There you go. Now turn it. There you go. Perfect. One more, and I think you turn a little more. There you go. That's the stretch. Unreal. Hard, easy, just
easy. It doesn't look like it feels good.
Amazing. Close. That was close.
Cut the top off.
Good. Yeah. Stay over your right leg, chest down. Same thing. One more. Good. That's okay. It was the right idea. Takeaway actually was that one was actually sort of there wasn't much in that backswing. It was just up.
It was just straight up.
Yeah. So I don't think the body had a chance to turn quite the same way. It was still good. I know it wasn't hit good, but it was still the right idea. Yeah. Perfect. Sensational again. Ooh, we had that spurt of like 10 in a row that are like just so efficient. I'm going to save those ones. Okay, couple more. Simple, easy, good turn. Yeah, that's it. Blend that now. Yes. Nice job.
Look that one. I think my hands is cold.
Yeah, they did. I just think it because they're in the better spot now, so they're not going to have to work as hard. But don't worry about that yet. Let's just keep going with what you're doing. Yeah, one more, a little more turn. Yeah, good. One more. Can you face me, actually? Just do that demo, if there's enough space.
What's that?
Can you just face me and do the demo once? You won't hit the projector, right, when you do it?
Oh, no. No.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. You're good. A little more. One more time. Turn, turn, turn. Yeah. There you go. Let that right arm relax a little bit more. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. I was back to like insanely good. It's just bottling that one.
So you said right arm relaxed a little bit. I was getting too much like this.
I think so. When you go to do the turn, you started letting it go up instead of just sort of keeping it in the same position. Yeah. Yeah, right idea. Oh, it just froze on that one. How was that one hit? Nice?
Pretty good. I mean, I think that's 7 iron all day.
Yes. Me too. 100% I would.
772 yards, 7 iron. Yeah, that's, I think. Whew. I think I was actually going to sweat today.
Yeah, I'm working you.
I got all my thermals on underneath, my compression thermals, and my gas is going to so here, and then.
That's it. Yeah, perfect.
Replicate that. I just got to go. I stood up a little bit.
That was still fine. It was still the right idea. Smooth it out just a little bit more when you do it.
Okay. Oh, still wasn't bad.
Yeah. Good. Nice. Let's work just a little less. Let's try to sync. Let's go a little smoother with the backswing. Just keep trying to sync up this move. There you go. Good. Okay. Yeah. Good. And you could have a little more, like when you get to the top. So when I do the turn, watch this. So I go hands up and I turn, and I want you to turn enough so your hands get almost behind your right shoulder.
Okay.
Sometimes you go to turn and they're sort of up. You haven't really turned quite enough.
Oh,
So,
okay.
which is, it's different because I think it's turning without extending too much. That's all we're doing. There you go. Great. That's a draw for sure. Has to draw.
Yep. It's trying. It's trying. It's fighting.
Laser.
It's fighting to win. It's fighting to win.
I love that one. Did that feel different?
Yeah, I think I was so worried about getting my hands, because I used to do, I think, remember, here, right?
Yeah.
I think I was so worried about getting hands back here, I was trying to keep them out in front of me.
Well, it's one of those things, I think, like even when you demoed it, the right shoulder sort of fell back versus when you do it here, the way the right arm works, it's not going to overwork backwards. So it sort of takes out the idea that the hands will be too far behind if you do it like you're demoing. Perfect. Super good. Could have smoothed out the transition, but the backswing was nice.
I see my bottom where you kill.
So that's this one, just so you can see the. So it's definitely like, I mean, there's so much load in there. I think, where's my favorite one? I think it was this backswing. I just want to look at one thing from how much the hit worked. Yeah, like this is my favorite one. So to me, like when I'm looking at this one and the last one, let me just screenshot them and put them side by side because we had a spurt there where it was like ideal. Yeah, I think it looks like in this one, it looks a little bit like the hips have overworked, like it's almost too sat back. You see that?
Okay.
And then this
Yeah,
one.
I see like the separation between the left knee and the.
And remember,
okay.
And where the belt points, right? Like if I look at this one, it's a little bit, to me, it's over sort of sat back, where this one looks like it's super solid, you know?
Okay.
I was trying to figure out why it was starting to look different. This one looks like your balance is a little bit better and that, you know, your hand position is in a nice spot there. Like the hand, like if I go sort of straight down from the grip, you're sort of right into the sort of middle to back part of your left or your right foot here. So like that, where the grip is in a nice spot, and like that hip, you know, it's behind the foot. I think sometimes it starts going almost too much behind the foot. Like you start falling back, you know?
Okay.
A little bit. We're getting into the fine details now.
I like it.
There you go. That's it. Yeah. And there you go. Yeah. Don't even worry about the right arm because now it looks fine. You just let it do whatever it wants to do.
Yeah. I kind of just let it come down. Like I just instead of let it sit.
Yeah. Yeah. Right idea. Even a little less. Don't worry too much about the legs. Just feel like there's less sit back, just like you're going to stay nice and balanced. No extra work. That's it. Yeah. Perfect. You feel it? Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of doing this, to stay here.
Yeah, yeah, because you get enough hip depth, like that's for sure. That last one was so much better. Perfect. That's it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I think that's
I'm doing this.
Yeah, because and then when you transition from there, so if I go really deep, like where you are here, like if I go way back, then the only thing you can do is so say this is my impact, right?
Right.
If my backswing is further back, then I'll be pushing forward, even if this is perfect impact. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you can't, there's no for the body to go.
Yeah, I can't stay back that much and still like rotate the way you want to rotate. Not too many people get this deep in the hip, you know, so that's perfect. That's controlled, refined, easy. Not a lot of extra, all the good stuff. Yes. Very good.
Because you want to get deep in the hip at impact, not on the back.
Yeah, you want to have some depth in the right hip, but you were just it was just too much to me. Yeah, these ones look so simple now again. We had a spurt there where I was like, oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. So I think it might be the in and up with that little bit less right hip activity,
You have a little less squats.
Yeah.
Don't sit on the park bench. I mean, God, I hit like that every time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt like I swung hard today.
Good. Let's keep that.
I like this drill.
Yes. Perfect. Nice work. Oh, it had a nice swing to the motion, too.
I didn't try to kill it. I just said it was so easy.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. Super fluid. Okay, 2 more of those. Yeah, get that in and up first.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I felt it. Like, that was terrible.
Let the chest help you a little bit like you were doing. Bingo. That's it. That's the one. So that idea when you said I'm putting that in the notes because that's so important because that's what made it sort of work together again. So you said, how would you describe that? Chest helps you a little in the first move?
Yeah, but I think what you said, don't instead of being separated, keep it together.
Yeah.
Keep my hands and chest together instead of, because before my first move was I was here.
Yeah.
And then and then now I'm just trying to, and then left.
Oh my, that's so good. I'll say arm lift drill. That's,
Yeah, I like that drill.
Oh, not overworking the right hip or simple right hip, I'll put it. Perfect. Just as good as it ever needs to be. Watching football today?
What's that?
Are you gonna watch any football?
Yeah, I watch a little bit. We're gonna do Christmas cookies today, so it's Christmas cookie day today.
Nice, that's fun.
Yeah, I kind of just and then that's it. Really, no major plans. Just kind of hang out. How about you?
Yeah, we might go. They have a Christmas golf cart parade in Winter Garden, so we might go watch that later. Yeah. Then I might go. There's a couple of the guys that I teach with and the trainers. We might grab a beer or something later, so that'll be good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna here. Here.
Yeah.
And then next one, it's just
Perfect. Thank you. That's so fun to watch.
I mean, I don't know how many I've hit like this today, but that's the most I've hit in a lesson where it starts a little right and then ends up on the line or just around the line.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Well, it's one of those things, right? You just had your lowest score ever. Obviously, in my head, I'm like, I'm sure there's a lot of good things going on. And the fun thing that I think part of the journey is like a couple of things that are interesting is there's a lot of times we are working on similar things and then we're just slowly layering it and layering it and layering it, so it's great. I mean, you've done the work. I just like keep trying to cue the right area. And
Bruno told me I'm a slow learner, so.
Bruno, what a legend that guy is.
Well, yeah, he was just like, what are you doing? Yeah, stay that way. And that was it. I'm like, okay.
That's so good.
And then I said to him, how come you don't tell me that when I'm playing against you?
Yeah. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
I mean, I'm really excited about coming down and actually, so I just changed my flight. So originally I was coming in on, I was arriving on Thursday because the tournament wasn't until Saturday. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, I've never played Sawgrass. He's coming in from Utah. I'm like, I'm in. So, so we're playing Sawgrass on Thursday. So we got to come to Wednesday. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, hey, Josh. He goes, oh, yeah, I have nothing. So come down.
Oh, it's so good.
So whatever works for your schedule, as far as lesson, if you want to put whatever you got. So even if it's just a lesson, I can't wait.
No, yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'd love to come out and hit it around with you guys. That'd be a blast. So I'll see what I can swing. I'll figure something out. But I got you booked in for 3 hours on the Wednesday morning, so we'll definitely get some work in.
Perfect. I'll bring my protein bars.
Yeah, we'll fuel you up. We'll probably do more short game wedges, like stuff that I never get you to see. I don't get much FaceTime, in the lessons like this. The swing works great, and we can do short game on here, but if I have you in person, we can do wedges, bunkers, all the scoring stuff,
All the scoring stuff, yeah.
Yes. So simple. Dude, I mean, it is a joke how simple this is looking.
Every time I hit it, I'm like, oh, I hit another good one? Oh, I hit another good one. This is great.
Yeah, we got to remember this feeling.
Yeah, I think this drill is really feeling where my body is with rotation.
Yes.
But like I said, I think now I'm definitely not, before I was like here, and then lifting it to here. I wasn't getting it back here.
Right, exactly. And I think that now you're doing it a bit better. To me, sequence, like as you do it, it's not so independent, right?
Yes, I think that's exactly right. It's not independent.
Beautiful. I mean, just so good. Yeah. Close. Jumped the transition a little, but it was still good.
Yeah, I can feel myself getting tired.
Yeah, that was a little bit more like you're trying to hit at it versus swing it, but it was still good. It was still good. Give me like 2 more, and then we'll review this stuff.
Nice and smooth. Try to hit 150 yards 7-iron now.
Okay, couple of those. Perfect. Great. Yeah, it was good. The chest and arm and club combo at the start wasn't perfect, but it was not bad.
Okay.
And then in the rep, there might have been a little bit extra right hip sit in the practice, like in the demo, but it was still, we're still in the right world,
Okay. So try that again, make sure I don't.
There you go. Good. Perfect. Different?
Yeah, I can feel, I can feel the difference when I do this.
Yeah.
I feel the morning inside here, but I don't sit back into it.
More adductor. Okay, good. Yeah, more in your adductor. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Seriously good. Whoa, you jumped it a little, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I did jump a little.
A little, yeah. I mean, all day, right?
Yeah, but I think it's just the position I'm in right now is, you're right, I do have that, I kind of want to do that, but I can't. I got to keep it there.
Yeah. It's just
that stretch coming right up.
Perfect. Right, yeah, right into the right hip versus, like, I think when you sit too much, you start to lose some of it,
Yeah, I can feel it. I feel there's less tension, less torque.
Perfect. So good. Yeah. So the first move again in the actual was arm, then the body tried to catch up. It didn't quite sync up there. Yeah.
It didn't sync.
Last one. I know you've played and you've hit a lot, so you're doing good here. There you go. That's the sense. And it's fun to me. Like, the thing that I like is now the backswing, like the odds are, see if I can get it where it's like a little less bright. Yeah. So the odds are now, like when you go up to the top with this right hip like that, you see how like solid, it doesn't look too squatty, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then now that the body's working better, the club position, I find it gets to a better spot sooner, you know. And then this is the little arm lift drill. Look how good that right hip looks there.
Yeah, I was just watching the right hip on that. It's just there. It's like it's ready to blow. Like
yeah, it's like you know, it's like your whole leg screwed up into the hip versus like sat back, you know, or falling.
Yeah.
That was a big one today, I think. You know, like
it's great
for moving forward. The thing I like is you're just getting more awareness, like you said. You're practicing a bit more. You're a little more aware of, if you do that, or if the club comes in too much, you know, all of the things, or if you go forward, you know, sort of those old keys. And then if we just sort of stay in the same world, then now you got the chest and club, and then easier right hip. And it looks like every time you do that, the downswing almost just takes care of itself, which is sweet.
No, yeah, I like that idea of staying into that right hip instead of squatting into it. I can feel the difference. Like it just when I watch it says, like, I'm like, oh, he's working hard when you squat a lot, and then when you do the other one, I'm like, oh, you might be working harder, but the movement's way less, you know. Yeah, I mean, I had a series of shots there where I felt like I wasn't even I was swinging hard, but I wasn't trying to hit the ball hard. I guess there's the
there was the effortless energy idea, right?
Yeah.